Good morning, everyone. Most especially to you, ma'am. Today I will going to discuss the continuation of Miss Arsolon's report, the chapter 4, entitled Evaluating the Curriculum. Why is there a need to evaluate the curriculum? That question will be answered throughout our discussion. Before we proceed to our discussion, let me emphasize to our objectives. At the end of this chapter, the students will be able to acquire clear understanding of what curriculum evaluation is, explain the need to evaluate the curriculum, how it's being done. Then lastly, expand knowledge about different curriculum evaluation models. So let's start with the curriculum evaluation models. Actually, there are a lot of curriculum specialists who made some models on how to evaluate the curriculum. Actually, curriculum models by Ralph Tyler and Hilda Taba end with evaluation. Actually, evaluation is a big idea that collectively tells about the value or worth of something that was done. So evaluation is very important in curriculum because in a way that we need to evaluate that particular curriculum to know its importance, its value, or its worth. So we can say that if that particular curriculum is effective when we undergo the evaluation. So that is why curriculum evaluation is very important. So let's start with the first curriculum specialist, namely Bradley Effectiveness Model. In 1985, Bradley wrote a handbook on curriculum leadership and development. This book provides indicators that can help measure the effectiveness of a developed or written curriculum for purposes of the classroom teachers were simplified. First, according to Bradley, in evaluating the curriculum, first you have to identify what curriculum you will evaluate. Actually, there are a lot of curriculum. That is why you need to identify first on what type of curriculum you will evaluate. So as per stated in the book, example, elementary science curriculum, teacher education curriculum, student teaching curriculum, and also field study curriculum. Actually, there is a lot. So there are different types of curriculum, and all we need to do as an evaluator, we need to evaluate first. We need to identify first on what type of curriculum we need to evaluate. Then, find out if the curriculum you are evaluating answers yes or no. That simply means that according to Bradley, in evaluating the curriculum, it should be answerable by yes or no. Answering yes to all the questions means good curriculum as described by Bradley. So, if when we are evaluating the curriculum, if all that questions you've made answered by yes, so that means that that kind of particular curriculum is effective, is good, relevant, or again effective. That is according to Bradley. So this is Bradley's effectiveness model for curriculum development indicators, as you can see on the screen. So for the first column we have indicators. For the second column we have descriptive questions. For the third column we have yes or no. For the indicators, we have horizontal curriculum continuity. For the descriptive questions, we have an example. Actually, there are a lot of examples, but I just only include one because this, I think, um, the most important. So, does the curriculum provide content and objectives that are common to all classes of the same grade level? For example, all English 101 for all first-year college students. So, if these questions will be answered by yes or no. So, it should be answerable by yes or no. That is according to Bradley. So, let's proceed to the second curriculum specialist, namely Tyler Objectives Centered Model. Ralph Tyler in 1950 proposed a curriculum evaluation model which until now continues to influence many curriculum assessment processes. His monograph was entitled Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instruction. So this is the illustration of his model. First column, we have curriculum elements, evaluation process, then action taken, yes or no. So we have here under the curriculum elements, objectives or the ILO, intended learning outcomes. For the evaluation process, predetermined intended learning outcomes or objectives. Then of course, it should be answered by yes or no. Actually, Bradley and Tyler objectives, Bradley and Ralph Tyler model, there is similarities, and it should be answered by yes or no. And we should always remember that in evaluating the curriculum, it should be answerable. It should be answered by yes. And if any of these particular questions will be answered by no, then actions should be taken to make it yes. So it means that there is some revisions happens or some changes to make it improves, to make it more effective